Welcome back to another edition of Coach's Corner. I'm here with women's volleyball head coach Kevin Campbell here, and ask you a couple questions here about. We'll talk first about our game against Stetson on Friday. We were winless Stetson, I should say. We were up or down 2-0 to them in the first two sets. Came back and then swept in the last three. What did you tell them after the first two sets to get them going?
Everybody's asked me that. I walked into the locker room and I said, I have no magic words for you ladies. You have to decide if you want to win the game. That's all I said. So it wasn't any magic that I had for them. But I was disappointed in how we came out to play that match. We were not ready. Whether it was mainly mentally, emotionally, whatever it was, we weren't ready to play the match. And that's dangerous to underestimate a conference opponent, which is, I think, what happened. So we did a little bit of a change-up on Saturday to prepare for the match differently in terms of our pass and serve and when we did that and how we got prepared for the match. So I think that really helped us focus for Saturday's game.
Okay. And then we'll talk about Saturday's game. It's almost seemed like an opposite, or like a mirror game. You guys were up 2-0, and then they came back, and we had a very rough third set. 34-32, they ended up winning, and some really controversial calls. And ask you about how you feel about some of those calls in that game.
It's really hard to be politically correct right now, but the officiating influenced the match, and that could be, both the Gulf Coast coach and I both feel that way. He got the better end of that, but in the third set, match point, there was a lack of a ball handling call, which would have had the set for us, and then multiple times after that there were some bad calls. So I always teach my team that we can play through any call, that an officiating call is not going to determine the match for us, and I still believe that. Unfortunately, we were put to that test many, many times on Saturday. But the difference, I think, also between Friday's match and Saturday's match was we came out bad. We didn't play well when we came out, and then we sort of turned it up and won the match. Where on Saturday, I think both teams played pretty good volleyball. I was very happy with my team. I thought it was a good first step to how we are supposed to be playing. We had multiple people. Everybody out there played great volleyball. In the past, it was maybe Paige had a good match and the others didn't, or Kaylee had a good match and the others didn't, and there would be a star in every game, where on Saturday I felt like everybody influenced the match in a positive way.
And that kind of goes into my next question. It's about Paige, Kaylee, and Danielle, all with 22 for Paige and then 23 for Kaylee and Danielle. I mean, those are offensive juggernauts for you guys. I mean, how important are they for you to get your offense going? I think that almost all of our hitters could have matches like that. That's where we're in a better position than we have been in years past. But you know what? The passing, the defense, and the setting influence those numbers. Those girls are great hitters, don't get me wrong, and I'm not taking anything away from their great performance, but they've been ready to have those performances. They've been itching to have those performances, but this sport takes everyone. We have to be able to pass, play defense, and get the ball where it needs to be, and we did all of those things well on Saturday. And to get you out on this one, we have Kennesaw State and Mercer next two games, two conference opponents. We're 2-4 now. What do you do to prepare to get back to maybe a 500 record after this? Conference record.
Well, we just take one match at a time. We try to improve every day. I try not to talk about what record we want or what happens in that way, but preparing for Mercer and Kennesaw, both very strong teams. Kennesaw is so much better this year. And have two very scary outsides. Scary, I mean, they can score at will. So we're going to prepare for that. We're just going to try to work on our outside blocking, which was not too bad on Saturday, and continue to improve on defense and try to bring them our best game. Mercer is another team that historically is very strong in our conference, and we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to take it one step at a time.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Kevin Campbell, the UNF women's volleyball team.